This world, you have to master your psychology, bro. I did not realize how important it was. Now I'm starting to realize how important factor it plays in your everyday life. And a lot of things you do, your mindset and your psychology has to be right. People will play psychological games with you, knock you off your spot. You will struggle with, limiting beliefs. I've struggled with limiting beliefs a lot. Not thinking I could do some things. Not even trying. Like, for a long time, I didn't think a lot of the things that I've accomplished so far were even possible. For a long time, I didn't even see. It wasn't even on my radar. I didn't think it was possible. I didn't want to try. I think I looked into it. It wasn't possible, but back then. But I pushed through and I found a way. Eventually, it just things changed, I guess. But psychologically, there's psychological warfare too. People will do things to manipulate you, and it's important that you stay focused on you and your goals. Don't let people affect you. You have to become somewhat selfish in that aspect. You have to become focused on just you. I've heard people say that a lot, you just focus on you and everything else falls into place. Focus on your goals. Do what you need to do. It didn't sound that important, but now I'm starting to realize all these outside factors can affect your life. You have to be more selfish now because it seems like people will come into your life and drag you down. I didn't realize how important that was either, because I've heard that before. It's like the people you let in can affect you in a negative way. I just used to let everybody in. I used to let people walk all over me and give them all my time and all my energy, and they just sucked it all up. I was a big sucker. God, I was a big sucker. I was a sucker for attention or people's caring about what people thought of me, and there's these crazy psychological games with narcissism and empathy. So if you're an empathetic person, you gotta be careful. You can give too much and not have, your cup will run empty. You gotta be careful how much you give, and you gotta be careful how much you work, because you can burn the candle at both ends. But you have to keep something for you. You have to give yourself more, or just keep yourself boundaries. Get boundaries with people. I didn't have boundaries. That was the thing. I didn't know how to say no. I was just getting walked on. It's a big sucker. God, such a sucker for people. And a fool. I was foolish in that aspect. I thought I was doing good by helping people and going out of my way to do things, but people don't like that. They don't respect you if you go out of your way. I thought it was you get more respect by helping more people, but no. Get more respect by doing what's best for you. Knowing when to say no. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand a lot of things. I was just a fucking little puppy dog running around trying to kiss up everybody. Kiss ass. No. It ended up empty and lost and broken with nobody and no one, because they cheated on me, left me, did me dirty, and they still try to come back. You cheated on me, bro, and they don't even think about it. They don't even. I think they don't care. Like, they don't care now. It's like they know they did something wrong, but it's like they don't care about it like that much. It hurt me at that time, and it's like they didn't even care that much at the time. It was like, well, they acted like they cared, but they acted like they had to do it too. So that was weird. But that's people, bro. People are frivolous in that aspect. You have to go slow with people to get to know them, to build trust. But I also learned to block out people, because a lot of people aren't good for you. They don't bring value into your life, then you shouldn't let them in. That's my number one standard now. If I don't see any value or anything good from you, for me, or we can't get the win-win, you're not allowed, bro. You're not allowed at all. I haven't let anybody in because of that simple fact right there, that people, you gotta block them out. I used to think it was cool to know all these people, but nope. It's not good to know anybody, really, because you need to look out for you. A lot of these people, they don't have your best interest in mind, and they have ulterior motives. Switch up on you. They don't care about you. They'll throw you to the wolves and walk away happy, proud. So there's a big psychological game with that. With work, you can go and work long days, and you can want to give up because it becomes stressful. You could want to give in. You could want to quit. You could want to leave a job because of people there. And I've done that before. I've done left jobs because of the people that were there were kind of rude and toxic and manipulative. And it seems like that's wherever you go. It doesn't matter. There's going to be this mind game and this competition in the real world. And it's going to affect you psychologically. There's this propaganda through the media. This algorithm ran to affect you mentally, to submit, to stay a wage slave, to stay in the system. I've always wanted to rebel against that, like that being part of the herd, but I didn't know how. And so you have to master your psychology with training, working out in the gym, to push past your goals, to lean out, to be strict on a diet, to be disciplined on a diet, and work out a lot. It's not easy. That's why people struggle with it. It's a psychological thing. You have to do it even if you don't feel like it. There's a discipline. Like, you're not going to be motivated all the time. You're not going to want to do it, and you might, become stressed out because you're working out and you're working a lot. And so you got to have some balance too. I mean, if you're physically stressed, it becomes a mental game, and you won't want to keep doing it. You won't want to push through because it becomes too hard physically or too hard mentally. So you got to gauge that. There's got to be some balance there too. But your psychology plays a big game in your career too. Maybe how you apply yourself, the goals you set to become, financially free, to save money, to invest the right way. And so I've heard people talk about this, and I didn't quite understand it, but there's a mindset to it. There's a psychological game to a lot of things that you need to apply the right kind of mindset, the right kind of approach, the right kind of perspective. So I've been struggling with this. I've been struggling with work and trying to do work, the long day type of work, and be gone all the time, and becomes psychological. It becomes hard to do mentally. It becomes frustrating to do certain work for long periods of time. To deal with people, to deal with toxic workplaces for long periods of time. To just work a job, it's a crazy thing to do something every day of your life for years at a time. You're going to become tired of it, so you have to get some kind of perspective, some kind of attitude towards it, or adapt and adopt a different kind of job, or slowly slowly make your way to that kind of job. The kind of job I'm doing now is like, I don't have to deal with a lot of people, but it's frustrating and it's hard to do because it takes so much out of you. So I'm trying to navigate to get to some better type of work, less grueling, less physical work, a couple hours a day, part-time, big, with the possibility of a lot bigger profit, or a lot bigger income, with low stress work, high return. Low stress, high return. But that's easy to say. It's harder to do, so, and then you got to stick with it. You got to keep working at it every day while you're working to make that transition. It's not easy. Not a lot of people can do it. A lot of people get stuck in their job for their whole life, Like, I've been here for 20 years. I met a guy at Pizza Hut. Was there at Pizza Hut for 20 years, bro. Could you imagine? I've seen people at McDonald's for 20, 30 years, And it's like, what? I've never wanted to work there at all. But there's some people that go to it like a fish to water, but it's like they didn't really move ahead in life. It seems like they get stuck in one spot. And that guy, they didn't have a lot. He was there for 20 years. It was good at one time. Pizza Hut was kind of cool to work at, but it became really bad. It's really bad right now. But because you don't make a lot, you're just surviving. It's an all right average income, or low income maybe, but it's just a job. So luckily he had somebody that was gonna leave him a house or something, inherit something, and I think he's got that now. But he just got lucky. If he didn't have that, he would have done worked his whole life at Pizza Hut and then wouldn't have had nothing to show for it. And he got fired, I think. He got fired right after I left, or right before I left, something like that. Something like that. But I left. I was there for like 7-8 months, which is a long time for Pizza Hut, but I was kind of in between. I could have left sooner, but anyways, back to the topic at hand. I did something while I was there. I went and got a CDL while I was there, so I had the mindset to grow. I went and got a Class B, and then I did the Class B for a while, and then I went and got a Class A license, and then started trying to get into maritime, and then that didn't work out. I tried all kinds of stuff to get into maritime, and I got my entry level. I got my passport and my MMC, Merchant Mariner credential. I'm a Merchant Mariner. I just haven't been on a boat. I haven't caught a hitch yet. So entry level, it's just hard to get into. I can go on a boat now. I'm U.S. Coast Guard trained. Got on my U.S. Coast Guard training, CPR, first aid training, firefighter training. I did a lot of stuff to try to get into maritime. Went to the union, Sat around for a month or two trying to get my physical stuff worked out. And I ran into some problems because of some medical history stuff that I couldn't fix. I don't know. It just became too much. You can't sit around for months waiting for work, bro. You can't do it. I should have just got a part-time or something there. Found a way in, but you don't have to go through the union either. But psychologically, I was drained while I was trying to do that. Psychologically, it was stressful because I had money. I had like $5,000, and I spent it all trying to get on a boat to go make money to go sail around the world, to be gone for months at a time. And so that didn't work out. Then I went back into trucking, went all over the road, all over the country, and got tired of that. And I was trying to make the transition to day trading, and I've been trying to do that for years. I mean, I did a little bit, and I didn't do that good when I had money. I just didn't sit with it long enough. You know, it takes months to get kind of good, to get an edge and stuff, and get used to the market. And so far I've been doing that again, because I just did it for a little bit and then gave up. But I should have kept at it. It's just you get caught up trying to, work and survive and figure out what you're going to do. But my psychology wasn't right then. I didn't focus on it enough, That's a mindset thing, You have discipline to sit, do it, sit with it, sit through it, push through it. You're not going to feel good all the time. You're not going to feel good about it. But you have to sit, learn to sit and feel that feeling, feel that feeling of bad and frustration and use that. I had to learn how to use that frustration. I had to learn how to accept my failure. I think Bruce Lee said it best when he said, you know how to win, but you don't know how to lose, Your attitude with losing is bad. Like people get, you'll notice how people get mad and angry when they lose. But to accept defeat and accept that frustration and sit through it, it can be a driving force for you to bounce back. And I was down and out, and I think I was down and out for a long time. And then that gave me a reason to go for more, I hit rock bottom, that I didn't have anything to lose. So I used all my frustration. I'm still trying to learn how to use that because your approach to life is important, your perception of things. I still struggle with it a lot. Your psychology, your approach to people, your approach to problems. A lot of people say it's not the problem, it's your attitude about the problem, or the way you're thinking about the problem. So I'm trying to learn how to do that, approach problems in a better way, and change my perception about my problems. And I can look back and have a lot of regrets because there's some things I could have done better. But they say it's bad to dwell on that. Like you can't go back and change anything. So it's not a good thing to do. But if I could have went back and changed a couple things, I could be a lot better off right now. I'm a lot more smarter, but nothing went the way I wanted, and I made some big mistakes. Like I could have paid off all my debt. Like if I would have did this different, I could have had a lot more money in the bank if I would have did this different. So I wish I could go back, but I can't. So it's like, what's the point dwelling on it? I'm still here. I'm all right. I'm not great. I'm not doing good. I'm struggling. But I've grown. I've grown a lot. These past few years, I've grown tremendously the past few years. I've grown in a tremendous way. I've grown in a big way. Mentally, I'm still doing some questionable things. I don't know why. My behavior is a little erratic, and I'm a bit neurotic. But I'm trying to find a way out. It's not easy. My thing would be to become a day trader, trade for a couple hours a day and make a bunch of money. That would be the thing. That would be the perfect position if I can get to that position. So hopefully I'll make it there one day. Even if it takes another year or two, it could be worth it because the potential to make a lot of money is there. I could live good and comfortably, but right now I gotta sacrifice all my time and try to make a bunch of money so I can get out of this spot because I'm not getting anywhere. I've been here for months and I don't think it's gonna get any better here. I've been struggling, so about to go hit it and get a bunch of money. But that's gonna be it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.